You know, that's the only thing that really bothers me is that so few people admit the truth of the undeniable corruption. The obvious pattern of unlimited power granted to one single person who starts a vendetta against another person. And then, of course, because it's like the Hatfields and McCoys, well, who's right anymore, right? But I mean, this is the same thing, exactly the same thing. They try to, it's taxes, and then they criminally charge me, right? If they can't do anything, they put a criminal charge against me. And it's the town that did it, right? It's not like I was in Moose Jaw and some cop says you're uttering threats in Moose Jaw, right? It's not like I was in Regina and some cop says you're uttering threats in Regina. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I was in, Kalamazoo and the cop says you're in Kalamazoo, you're uttering threats. No, it's Fillmore. It's the Fillmore cop. It's always the Fillmore cops. And it's always they are attacking me because they're compromising me in my tax situation, whether it's my own. Like, I mean, I didn't pay taxes for a long time. But last time, I was getting tax notices at P.O. Box 276, Fillmore, Saskatchewan, right? Angela, the last town secretary, sent my tax notices to the correct address. This town administration did not send my tax notices to me. And the town administration knew where I lived. And then the RCMP, because they got mad at me when I painted my doors all red like that, right? They were going like, fuck, there's not going to be as much value in this property. We're getting less money because he painted the fucking doors and the walls. Right? So it's like $3,000-$4,000 less at least. Could be $5,000 less value in the property. So then they were mad. So they attacked me. And Kosher comes and charges me with uttering threats. It's exact same pattern, right? I don't know if you don't see that same pattern in my videos, but it's like a repetition. It's like Groundhog Day when I live here. But they really fucked it up now. I have just such a bunch of trash in my yard. And I still don't have a trash can. And I'm afraid to ask for a trash can because I don't know who's going to deliver my trash can. I'm afraid of the people that might come to deliver my trash can. I actually don't want to go into the town office to ask to have a trash can now. Because I'm afraid, well, who's going to come and be delivering the trash can? I don't want somebody in my yard that is not nice to me. And I don't want to go into the town office and ask to have a trash can even, actually. One couple people have said to me, you should have a trash can. And I said, yeah, sure. But I mean, and another thing is I can't afford a trash can because I'm broke, right? I'm way behind on my power bill now too, because I never paid my power bill since December, right? Because I've been trying to save up my money to do this. But I'm afraid if I ask for a trash can, who's going to bring my trash can to me? That could be that could be a bad situation, right? Because the people that took my trash can or have my trash can or trash can people, they were nice people to me. So I'm afraid to get a trash can even. But there's a lot of trash here I wish I could get rid of. And so they really, but they were trying to kill me, right? They were trying to put me on the street in February at minus 40 below. They had a purposeful plan to ruin my life. And that's what made them mad. And they had to charge me with uttering threats because they were mad at me. They're mad because they lost the value of the property. They attacked me and were mad at me. That's what happened. That's what Kosher, because he's the surgeon that's crazy. I mean, that was psycho. That was nuts to go and chase somebody down. I've never even chased anybody down the street here my whole life. And he's a surgeon, and RCMP does that. You got to tell you, man, holy. But what really stupefies me is the lack of support. But I do get it though too, because people are scared of the police. They're afraid of the police, and there's nobody in Saskatchewan that's not afraid of their neighbors. Even I think people are afraid of their neighbors too. People have just a huge anxiety for no reason towards other people. That guy was a nice guy that waved at me on the road there. You know what I mean? Mind you, his truck was rattling and squeaking, and the side of it had a dent in it. But I mean, should I judge him by his truck rattling, squeaking, have a dent in it? I don't think so. I mean, he's driving the truck, right? He's not, he's not a rich man. Maybe he's rich though. Maybe he's driving this old truck because his nice new truck is in the shop at home, right? Staying warm. So I don't know. Who knows? Right? The guy was friendly enough to me. But there is, and I'll tell you too, and a lot of times I take the initiative to wave at people. But I mean, he waved at me, but he's friendly enough. But I mean, I don't understand the schizophrenia there that guy showed to me. He's an RCMP officer, and then he attacks me and grabs me by my throat. But I can't charge him with assault because I don't know any cops. If I knew a cop that was a legitimate cop, if I was a cop and I saw one of my fellow officers do that, I would charge him. I would say you're under arrest for assaulting Dale Lakeman, no matter who. Because even if he reacts to a person that he doesn't like in that way, well, I mean, there must be a lot of people that he doesn't like, right? Do you know what I mean? Because I've never, to people that I don't like, I don't react that way to people that I don't like. I don't react violently to people that I don't like. That's the biggest travesty of this whole thing, this uttering threats thing, is because that's just fucking words, man. That's all I have is words. That's what I do is words, right? In case you didn't notice, you see any images? You see any picture? There's no picture, right? That's because this is just words. That's all this is. It's a bunch of words. There's no pictures even. You got to use your own imagination. I think they have such a small mind that their imagination overruns the fact of them, right? Their minds are fucking overrun by their imagination. I think they get paranoid because I am showing a black screen. I think maybe that's another thing that causes them to be paranoid. They're like, oh, fuck, man, their minds are working overtime because it's a black screen, because they can't control themselves. That's, I think, a lot of people are like that. If you don't see a picture, you can't control yourself. You think anything. Like Orson Welles, it's like the War of the Worlds. Like I could say anything. I could say, I'm going down the street to rob the bank. Is that true? Definitely not. War of the Worlds. UFOs are coming, boys. Now, I'm telling you, though, those are my video surveillance cameras. That actually happened. They sucked me up in their hole again, guys. Those aliens sucked me right up in the hole of their fucking back door. Those aliens are sucking me up in their hole again, guys. Taking me away and sucking me up in the hole. That happened. You could see that, right? Those videos. That's out my back door. That's in the video surveillance cameras. That's what that is. I'll tell you, yeah, every time you hear the truth, you fucking know it, boy. I tell you. And if you can't, you can make it up in your mind if you can't see it, right? You can't see the truth, make it up in your mind. Fuck, everybody will fucking agree with you because they're all simpletons. Take a simple excuse for anything. That's what simpletons do. They take simple excuses for any fucking thing in the world. The courts can't be so simple-minded. Prosecutors cannot be so fucking simple-minded. That's just simple-minded stupidity. That's stupid what they did to me again. Simple-minded, fucking stupid. It's so fucking simple. I can't fucking believe it. It's fucking sad, and I have to deal with a simple-minded court. Well, we're not here. You'll have to go to trial and argue about this, but we're going to find you guilty because we're simple-minded people. The cops are always right. Dale, don't you know that? They've been right about you every time, Dale. Boo, 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 boo. Fucking simple heads. Woohoo, pinheads. Hey, pinhead, how's it going there, Mr. Pinheads? The pinheads. Whoa, we're in pinhead court today, guys. Well, here, welcome to pinhead court. Ooh, pinheads. Nothing stupid in court, you fucking idiot. Don't ever fucking say that I would think anything stupid about your fucking ignorant fucking situation that you put people in. You ignorant, pinheaded, stupid idiot. Fucking pinheads. God bless the pinheads. Hail, pinheads. Pinheads.